Okay, so welcome to It Began in London, the channel where I get to share my journey as a travel content creator. So we are currently again in London. As you can see, it is raining, and because I want to do a vlog every day, I want to push myself to do this. I almost decided against it just because the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm currently using is not waterproof. So I have to be careful with it. And so I put everything away earlier. But now I've decided that I've got an umbrella, so I might as well do it. And so that you get to see what it's like. So here we are. Let me show you where I am right now. I am in Bloomsbury, and this is a little private park. And there you go. So that's a venue, graysin.org.uk if you wanted to have a look. And look at that. It's very cute. Okay. Right, so okay. So that's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. Hopefully you can hear me well and that you can see me well also. But this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I have to say, it's brilliant because I can see from the little screen, it's pretty clear. And yeah, it's good, it's good. Okay, so the reason why I want to do a vlog a day, it's obviously I want to push myself to be doing this. As I said in my previous video, let me show you this door. Nice and red. Okay, right, let's go back. So as I said in my previous video, my aim is to document my journey as a travel content creator. So I'm very much at the beginning of this, but I've traveled before. I just haven't really documented everything in this way. I have been taking lots of pictures and videos, but I've never really shared anything properly on social media. But now I am doing this, and the reason why I never did it in the past properly, let's say, I was always like trying to share my pictures on Facebook to my friends, but I never went beyond that. I never dared to do it as I am doing right now, where I'm actually starting a YouTube channel, and I started a TikTok profile, and I'm even doing live sessions on TikTok. And right now I'm pushing myself, vlogging every day on the streets of London, just walking around like this with my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is a brilliant vlogging camera, I must say. And so the reason why I never did it before was simply because I was scared and I did not know how to do it, and I was mostly listening to what everyone else was saying also, that, oh, social media influencers are such and such, and this is not serious. Where do you think this is going to lead you? Or, oh, these social media influencers, they're lucky, they're doing things in one way and it's working for them, but what makes you think it's going to work for you? So obviously it's easy to listen to negativity, and it's easy to give up also on your dreams just because you believe what other people are saying is true. Let me cross now. Okay. So it's very easy to not take actions and actually go for it. And I took the easy route. I just took the easy route, which was blaming others for not going ahead with my dreams. But in reality, what they were saying, they were projecting my own fears, and I just agreed with it, and I never went for it. But this time, I am scared still, and of course, it's not easy, and there are moments where, of course, there's always going to be challenges, and moments where, let's say, people are laughing at you, or they're just trying to understand what you're doing, and they're trying to ask you questions for you to justify yourself, and things like that. Or you have moments yourself where you're just thinking, am I doing the right thing, or am I just wasting my time? And so maybe, but so far, me doing all of this, I am only seeing progress. So this is one of the subjects I want to also talk about today, which is really a follow-up to my previous video about doing things in silence, just working on your projects in silence. So I wanted to carry on with that because there's a lot more benefits to doing that. And so, for example, I'm going to start right now. First of all, doing things in silence. So if you have any project, in my case, it is to become a travel content creator, and I just went ahead and started a YouTube channel because I've been focusing my energy on watching other YouTubers doing the same thing, and even the ones that are they are, let's say, successful in what they're doing already. They're monetizing, and they have a good audience, and they are creating videos to actually tell you how to start a YouTube channel and what to do and what to expect. So I've immersed myself in that, and I was able to immerse myself by spending my time doing that instead of talking about it, instead of sharing my excitement and ideas about doing that with friends and family. So I just went ahead and thank you. I just went ahead and did it. So I did that in silence. I did not have to tell anyone about it. I did not need to share what I was doing, and that, I think, was a big key. It's something that's really helped me because nobody was able to tell me, oh, are you sure about this? And why would you do that? And just plant seeds of doubt. And the reason why I'm saying this is because that's happened before in the past with other projects of mine where people did not either understand it or believe in it. And in fact, maybe they didn't even really feel anything about it, but that's just what their perception was. And they just wanted to share their fears and opinions with me, and possibly out of concern. But at the same time, it did not help me. It just, it projected onto me that I had those fears myself, and that's why I just never went ahead with them. So that's why it's very important to start in silence. So just, you do that. So that's one point. The second point, I'd say, there are many points about this, many benefits that I can point out about working in silence. But another thing that I can say is that there's no pressure. You don't have any pressure for impressing anyone or trying to prove to anyone that you could do it, because you're just doing it for yourself first and foremost, and you have no one else. No one can tell you that, oh, you failed at this, oh, that didn't work out. Because if you just do it in silence and it doesn't work, then that's it. You could just stop and start something else, or you don't have anyone that's going to be disappointed about it, and you only have yourself to be disappointed about, but also you will just learn and just keep on going. But you don't need to think of what others are going to think, because nobody else is aware of what you're doing. So that's another point. So no pressure from anyone to impress anyone or to disappoint anyone if you fail or if it doesn't go as planned. The other thing I would say that I can think of is that you can experiment as much as you want. You don't have to stick with what everyone else think you should do. You could do whatever you really think or you want to try. So let's say in my case, I just wanted to go ahead and film like this. I wanted to do vlogs. So I wanted to try this new camera. So I thought, let me invest in this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, because in silence, I've been watching lots of YouTube videos and I've done my own research about the best equipment to use for vlogging, but also because I've been following vloggers, like successful YouTubers and vloggers, and they were using this piece of equipment, and then I liked what I saw. So I just went ahead and just invested in it. And then I thought, okay, if I don't know how to use this, or if it fails, then that's on me. And also, like what I'm doing right now, I'm actually just experimenting with it. So I don't have any pressure from anyone that's going to tell me you shouldn't have invested in this because it's not really working, you don't really know how to use it, or it doesn't look very good, you shouldn't have invested in that, or anything like that. Or even what I'm doing, I'm creating short videos for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram. I'm doing live sessions on TikTok. So I'm all experimenting. And the fact that I'm not telling anyone about it, I don't have anyone, none of my friends or families are really watching either my videos or my live sessions. So I actually feel free to just get on there and experiment, and no one's gonna laugh or judge me. So that's another point. Let me think now, what other points? There's so many of them, really. I'd say another one that I think is really good when you're working in silence is that you are more open to opportunities and meeting people who can propel you forward, or events, or let's say, opportunities that can propel you forward. So let's take, for example, doing my live sessions on TikTok. So that came about because, again, I was working in silence and I would get messages from TikTok saying that there was a challenge where you could go live for 7 days in a row, and if you do that, you get rewards, or I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it was. But because I was working in silence, and again, I was immersing myself in that world of being a travel content creator, I just thought, let me do it. And again, I didn't speak about it to anyone. I just went ahead and did it. I just pressed record and I went ahead with it. And that propelled me forward in so many ways, because I then built an audience. I built a community. I attracted positive people who were there to support me, cheering me on my lives and this challenge, because I was very straightforward with them, saying that this is the first time I'm doing a live and I'm just going ahead with this challenge of 7 days, and just bear with me. And they really did. They joined me. They were sharing my life. They were liking, they were commenting, they were engaging, and it was just so much fun. I did not expect that at all. And if I had, for a moment, spoken about it with, let's say, a friend or a member of family, I think possibly they would have just said to me, "You're wasting your time. Why would you do that? Or are you sure? Because I've heard that these people are doing this and that, and this is what can happen, and blah, 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 blah." Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where people always find something negative to say when they haven't even done it themselves. I think people just want to believe that it's something that's not good to do, being on social media, and they just decide to close themselves off to all the other opportunities that can happen. So far, it's been such a positive experience for me, and I'm so grateful for it and blessed that that's how it's happened. The community that I've built by doing those lives, I attracted that with my inspired actions. And I attracted that because I worked in silence. Once again, I did not tell anyone. I just did what I felt. Why not? Let's do it. And that's what came to me. So, and now, whenever I go on live on TikTok, that community keep on following me, and it keeps growing. And because I think every time a new person join in my lives, you could see that the community is great. It's like a positive one. We're having a laugh. We are enjoying walking with me in the streets of London, and I'm just engaging with them. I mean, they're talking to me, and that fuels me to keep going. And they just keep going because it's fun for them. So all of that wouldn't have happened if I had maybe shared my thoughts of doing live sessions, because I know that most people wouldn't believe or wouldn't even think or dream of doing that. And so if I had said something, they would have probably projected their own fears and worries about going live on social media. So let me show this right now. I'm just going to take a little break from what I'm saying, and I'll show you this view. Let me try to go up like that. Yeah, this is St. Paul's Cathedral. And I just want to make sure, because it's very much raining, I want to make sure there's no water going onto the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, because I've heard that it's definitely not good to have it immersed in water. So this is a great little alleyway called Cannon Alley. There's lots of restaurants and there's a pub at the end. But look at that. That is... I'm just going to move away because they're trying to take a nice picture. Let me get closer. Okay, now we're too close. But yeah, this is the alleyway that I meant. Okay, so we're going to carry on this way. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. I just want to grab this here. Okay. Right, so let me go back here. Okay. So as I was saying before in my previous video, is that I will try not to edit too much. So I'm gonna point, shoot, and upload, and that's it. But obviously, if there's anywhere that I need to edit, I will. Yeah, but the point is, I just want my workflow to go fast because I do want to keep on sharing this journey. And I feel that so far, what I've done is that I've been filming a lot and then leaving it either in my phone or in my storage space, and then it builds up, and then it's overwhelming to then go back and try to organize everything and make sure that it all makes sense. So the gimbal just went crazy. All right. Okay. So this is great. This is tracking my face right now. I'm gonna cross the road before it's too late. But sometimes with this gimbal, it does move about. And then, yeah, it just stopped tracking my face just now. But if you are using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and you have that issue where it says the gimbal reached the end point, I believe that's what it says on the screen, I usually just click on the flip camera at the top, at the lower right corner, and then it just sort of does this. So let me show you. I just click on it, let me wait for this bus to go, and then I flip it again, and usually that just resets everything. So, right. Okay, so another point I wanted to say about working in silence is that because you're working in silence, you're doing a lot of things and you progress much faster. So for example, I've done my live streams, I started my YouTube channel, I started my TikTok channel, and then I started working with Canva to create thumbnails, and I've just learned so much because I was just focused on learning and immersing myself in this travel content creation journey. So by doing that, I progressed so much, and I believe that it's because I did not waste time explaining and talking about it and wasting energy, basically. So because you see progress, you feel satisfied with it. You look back and you think, wow, I've come a long way now. And you gain experience and expertise. So one thing I'd recommend doing is journaling the whole thing. Write down your progress, even just bullet points. This is what I've gained today, my wins. This is what I like to say. First of all, I start with I'm grateful for example, I'm grateful for the audience that I've attracted to my live sessions. I'm grateful for the wonderful and positive community that I've built, that built itself actually during my live sessions. And let's say I'm grateful for the fact that I can actually go live and do all these things right now, and that I have time to build this, let's say not career, but this path that I'm on, and not build it because it's there. I would say to have the opportunity to be on this path right now. And so that's one thing I would do. And then after that, I would put my wins, what went well. So for example, I would say I gained this many followers from that. I now feel much more confident about this and that. I've learned how to create a thumbnail or things like this. And then I would put after that my thoughts, like say whatever I want to share, like say however I felt about something, how I felt about doing my first live, how I felt about the community that I've built, how I felt about me being on this journey right now. And so that's good to keep, even for yourself, but also to help others. Like say if anyone else wants to join the same journey afterwards, then you can help them and mentor them. Then I would put what I can improve on, which is, okay, maybe do more live sessions, or when I'm doing a live session, maybe read the comments more clearly so that I can then use that live stream and upload it onto YouTube, so that if people are watching, they understand why I'm talking about certain subject and what I'm replying to, or things like make sure that you follow people back or anything like that. So yeah, so that's why when you work in silence, like I say, you don't waste time with talking, you are just acting, and you go ahead and do things like that. So I built this system for myself because, once again, I did not waste my time speaking about it or sharing my ideas about it. But instead, like right now, I am, even though haven't been silenced from the start from this video, but this is me working in silence, where I'm not telling people that, oh, today I'm going to go and vlog on the streets of London. And even once I'm done with this, I'm not going to go and call my friends and family and say, this is what I've done today, because you waste time just explaining everything. So instead, working in silence, you grow so much faster, and then you build momentum because you're immersed in that environment. And like I say, working in silence allows you to really focus your energy where it needs to. And so yeah, that's another point. So there's so many other points that I can share, but I think right now, because I need to go to the shop and I will need to put everything away, I'm going to stop. But let me take you here before. Actually, let's go in here. But like I say, now I have my umbrella. So I'm holding my umbrella, and obviously I'm holding the camera with the other hand. But I'd like to take you here. Let me show you. Okay, once again. So this is a church, but it's turned into a sort of coffee shop that you can go and have coffee and have meetings there. You could go and read a book, you could go and work, there's Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna end this vlog in here. Look, you could even hire it for private events. So this is called, let's go. And look, you could even take a picture with this room, a telephone booth. It's called the Guild Church of St. Mary, Aldermary. So we're gonna go in, and I'm going to end the session here. Let me switch my camera around. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna end this session right here, but what I'll do is I will close my umbrella, but making sure that the camera is safe and not going to be submerged in the water. And we're gonna go in. I will show you in silence because they don't really like people filming in there. I think it's the staff who don't want to be filmed. And but before I go in, I will say thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you found value in what we're sharing about working in silence and the travel content creation. I will come back again tomorrow. I will probably speak some more about working in silence and sharing other stories about my travel creation journey. So on that note, thank you very much, and let's follow me in the church. So actually, bear with me, I'm gonna have to close this. Let me get close to the entrance so that this doesn't get wet. Okay, just 1 second. Right. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, so I've come out the other side. So I will see you. Okay, this is tricky, but actually this is not bad. I was able to do that. So let me show you the other way. So that's the other entrance of this church. There you go. So that was lovely, wasn't it? Okay, so this is where I'm going to end this live. So thank you very much. Again, hopefully you found value in what I was sharing, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.